California might be the most mythologized state in America. Movies, headlines, tourism ads, and disaster films have turned it into a caricature. California is supposedly about to fall into the ocean. The San Andreas Fault is going to snap and send Los Angeles drifting away. California still has grizzly bears. The Hollywood sign was built for the movie industry. And Mount Shasta? Just a dead volcano tourists hike for fun. Or is it? Almost everything you've heard about California sounds dramatic, and most of it is wrong. So, let's fix it. Here are 35 California facts that sound true but aren't. Number 35. Mount Whitney is the tallest mountain in the United States. Because it is the highest point in the contiguous US, many believe Mount Whitney is the tallest peak in the country. Reality. Alaska dominates this category. Denali is nearly 6,000 feet taller than Whitney. In fact, California doesn't even hold the top 10 spots. Those are all in Alaska. Number 34. Southern California is a natural desert. Los Angeles and San Diego are naturally desert cities that only exist because of stolen water. Reality. Most of coastal Southern California is a Mediterranean climate, characterized by cool, wet winters and hot, dry summers. It is more similar to Greece or Italy than the Sahara. Number 33. The redwoods are the oldest trees on Earth. California's iconic coastal redwoods or giant sequoias are the oldest living organisms on the planet. Reality. While massive and old, 2,000 to 3,000 years, they are youngsters compared to the Great Basin bristlecone pines in California's White Mountains. The tree named Methuselah is over 4,850 years old, predating the sequoias by millennia. Number 32. California is falling into the ocean. A massive earthquake will eventually cause the coastline to break off and sink. Reality, the tectonic motion of the San Andreas Fault is horizontal. Los Angeles is moving towards San Francisco at about 2 inches per year. California isn't falling in. It's slowly being reorganized as a sliding landmass. Number 31. Earthquake weather is real. Earthquakes are more likely to happen when it is hot, dry, and calm outside. Reality. Earthquakes originate miles underground, far removed from atmospheric conditions. Statistically, earthquakes are distributed evenly across all types of weather, seasons, and times of day. Number 30. The Pacific Ocean in California is warm. Like Florida or the Caribbean, California's beaches offer warm, tropical water temperatures. Reality. The California current brings frigid water down from the North Pacific. Even in Southern California during August, water temperatures rarely exceed 70 degrees Fahrenheit, compared to 85 degrees Fahrenheit in Florida. Central and Northern California water is dangerously cold year-round. Number 29. California is the most taxed state in the US. Reality. While California has the highest top marginal income tax rate, its overall tax burden, including property and sales tax, often ranks lower than states like New York or New Jersey. Furthermore, long-term homeowners pay significantly lower property taxes than those in many low-tax states like Texas. Number 28. The Central Valley is a natural wasteland. The 450-mile-long Central Valley was a barren desert before irrigation arrived. Reality. Before it was farmed, the Central Valley was a massive complex of wetlands, vernal pools, and perennial grasslands. It supported one of the largest concentrations of waterfowl and elk in North America. Modern industrial agriculture has so thoroughly transformed the landscape into dry, dusty, tilled earth that its original lush state is unrecognizable. Number 27. Death Valley is always the hottest place on Earth. Death Valley holds the title of hottest place on Earth every single day. Reality. While it holds the record for the highest reliably recorded air temperature, 134 degrees Fahrenheit in 1913, other locations in the Lut Desert, Iran, or the Sonoran Desert, Mexico, often record higher ground temperatures or higher average daily heat depending on the season. Number 26. Wildfires are a new phenomenon caused only by climate change. California never used to burn like this before the last few decades. Reality. While climate change is making fires larger and more intense, California is a fire-adapted ecosystem. Before European arrival, roughly 4.5 million acres burned annually via lightning and indigenous cultural burning. The new crisis is caused by a century of fire suppression that built up fuel loads, combined with building homes in high-risk zones. Number 25. California produces 100% of America's food. If California stopped farming, the rest of the US would starve. Reality: California produces about 13% of the nation's total agricultural value. While it produces 99% or more of certain specialty crops, almonds, walnuts, pistachios, pomegranates, the US breadbasket, corn, wheat, soy, is located in the Midwest. Number 24. Everyone in California lives in a city. California is a wall-to-wall urban sprawl from San Diego to Sacramento. Reality: over 90% of California's land is rural, agricultural, or wilderness. The state contains the largest wilderness area in the lower 48, outside of a few spots in Idaho, and vast stretches of the Mojave Desert and Sierra Nevada that are virtually unpopulated. Number 23. The Golden Gate Bridge is named for its color. The bridge is called Golden Gate because of its international orange paint or the gold rush. Reality: the Golden Gate is actually the name of the strait that the bridge spans. It was named by explorer John Fremont in 1846, 2 years before gold was even discovered in California. Number 22. Yosemite is the most visited national park in the US. Yosemite is the undisputed king of park attendance. Reality: Yosemite, with approximately 3.5 to 4 million annual visitors, rarely breaks the top 5. The Great Smoky Mountains, 12+ million, and Zion, 5 million, consistently see more traffic. Number 21. Silicon Valley is a city. Silicon Valley is a specific, singular municipality with its own mayor. Reality: Silicon Valley is a geographic region encompassing dozens of cities, including San Jose, Palo Alto, Sunnyvale, and Mountain View. San Jose is the largest city in the region, but there is no city called Silicon Valley. Number 20. The Hollywood sign represents the film industry. The sign was built to celebrate the golden age of cinema. Reality: it was originally built in 1923 as Hollywoodland to advertise a segregated real estate development. The land portion was removed in 1949 when the sign was deeded to the city. Number 19. California is always in a drought. The state is a permanent dust bowl with no water. Reality: California has the most variable precipitation in the US. It oscillates between extreme drought and atmospheric river years that cause massive flooding. In 2023, the state went from record-low reservoirs to nearly 200% of the average snowpack in a single season. Number 18. Palm trees are native to California. The palm trees lining the streets of LA and San Diego are a natural part of the landscape. Reality: only one species, the California fan, is native, and it only grows in specific desert oases, like near Palm Springs. The iconic skinny palms were imported for landscaping in the early 20th century. Number 17. All earthquakes result in tsunami waves. If there is a big earthquake in California, a giant wave will hit the coast. Reality: most California earthquakes are on land-based faults, like the San Andreas. To generate a major tsunami, an earthquake usually needs to occur on a subduction zone fault under the ocean with vertical displacement. The 2011 Japan earthquake and movies like The Abyss have linked big earthquake and tsunami inseparably in the public mind. Number 16. Agriculture uses only a tiny fraction of California's water. Urban residents taking long showers are the main cause of water shortages. Reality: roughly 80% of California's managed water goes to agriculture. Urban use accounts for only about 10 to 20%. Number 15. Deserts are dead zones. The California deserts are empty, lifeless expanses of sand. Reality: the Mojave and Sonoran deserts are among the most biodiverse regions in the state, home to tortoises, bighorn sheep, and thousands of specialized plant species. Number 14. California is full. There is no more room for people to live in California. Reality: the state has a lower population density than many European countries or eastern states. The full feeling is a result of housing policy and zoning, low-density sprawl, rather than a lack of physical land. Number 13. The big one will happen in San Francisco. The most dangerous future earthquake is guaranteed to be in the Bay Area. Reality, while the Hayward Fault in the East Bay is a tectonic time bomb, the southern San Andreas, near LA/Palm Springs, hasn't had a major rupture in over 300 years and is considered locked and loaded for an even larger event. Number 12. Mount Shasta is a volcano that won't erupt again. Shasta is an extinct mountain that is now just for hiking and skiing. Reality. Shasta is an active volcano that has erupted at least once every 600 to 800 years for the last 10,000 years. Its last significant eruption was roughly 200 to 300 years ago. It is listed as a very high threat by the USGS. Number 11. California is 100% run on renewable energy. The state has already transitioned entirely to solar, wind, and hydro. Reality. While California frequently hits 100% renewables for a few minutes on sunny afternoons, its annual energy mix still relies heavily on natural gas, roughly 35 to 40%. Number 10. Hollywood is a separate city. Hollywood is an independent municipality like Beverly Hills or Santa Monica. Reality. Hollywood is a neighborhood/district within the city of Los Angeles. It was an independent city for only 7 years. 1903 to 1910, before being annexed. Number 9. Lake Tahoe is the deepest lake in the U.S. Tahoe is the ultimate depth champion of American lakes. Reality, Crater Lake in Oregon is significantly deeper. Tahoe is, however, the second deepest. Number 8. The Mojave Desert is only in California. The Mojave is a uniquely Californian desert. Reality, the Mojave covers significant portions of Nevada, Arizona, and Utah. Las Vegas is located in the heart of the Mojave. Number 7. Everyone is leaving California. There is a mass exodus that is causing the state's population to collapse. Reality. While California saw its first ever slight population decline in 2020 to 2022, it remains the most populous state by far, 39 million. Most exits are lower to middle income residents priced out by housing, while high earners continue to move in. Number 6. The Salton Sea is a natural lake. The large body of water in the desert near Palm Springs has always been there. Reality. It was created in 1905 when an irrigation canal from the Colorado River burst, flooding the Salton Sink for 2 years. It is an accidental man-made lake. Number 5. Grizzly bears still live in California. Because it's on the state flag, grizzlies are a common sight in the Sierras. Reality. The California grizzly was hunted to extinction. The last one was seen in 1924. All bears seen in California today are black bears, which can sometimes be brown in color. Number 4. The Central Valley is perfectly flat. You could roll a marble from Redding to Bakersfield because the valley is level. Reality. While it looks flat, the valley floor has subsided, sunk by up to 30 feet in some areas due to excessive groundwater pumping. It is a wavy, undulating landscape of geological sinking. Number 3. San Francisco and Los Angeles are next door. You can easily pop over to LA for dinner if you're staying in SF. Reality, the two cities are roughly 380 miles apart, about the same distance as Boston to Washington, D.C. It's a 6-hour drive or a 1-hour flight. Number 2. The Donner Party ate each other, out of choice. The Donner Party resorted to cannibalism as soon as they got stuck. Reality, they spent months trapped in 20-foot snowdrifts and ate their pack animals, their dogs, and even boiled rawhide before ever touching human remains. It was a last resort survival act after 4 months of starvation. Number 1. Los Angeles has no seasons. The weather in LA is exactly the same on Christmas as it is on the 4th of July. Reality, LA has distinct wet and dry seasons. The winter brings green hills and snow-capped mountains, while summer brings brown, golden hills and extreme heat. So how many of these did you think were true? California isn't emptying out. It isn't always on fire. And it definitely isn't a tropical paradise with warm water and no seasons. It's more complicated than the headlines. Drop the myth that surprised you most in the comments. And subscribe to Points on the Map if you want the next state to get fact-checked.